Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and today we're looking at this. This is the gorgeous Schleich 2015 Kentrosaurus. Now, if you've been staying tuned to the channel lately, we recently had our second Christmas unboxing video in which we got this gorgeous piece from Schleich. So why don't we go ahead and, without further ado, take a closer look at this phenomenal looking figure. Before I start taking a closer look, I would like to tell you a little bit more about Kentrosaurus itself. Kentrosaurus was a stegosaurid from the late Jurassic period. It was found in Australia, and it grew to about 17 to 18 feet in length. It was a unique looking stegosaur with these sharp spines sticking out of its shoulders, and its plates gradually turned into these very sharp spikes on its back of its tail. Now, Kentro, in Greek I believe, Kentro translates to spiked, and saurus translates to lizard, of course. So Kentrosaurus, when made into the full name, means spiked lizard. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and take a closer look at this formidable looking herbivore. Starting off at the head sculpt, you can see a really stegosaurid looking face with the sort of flat top of the skull with the parrot-like beak and the skin stretched between the two jaws there, and the placing of the eye really makes it look like a stegosaurid. And you can see the nostrils there are sculpted and painted, as well as the interior of the mouth, which is really nice. The eyes have been given a glossy paint and give them a genuine wet look. I love the way the skin is stretched across the jaws there. That's really nice. And I love the color scheme on this guy. The sort of burnt yellow-orange color for the base. It's more of like a tan with the sort of very reserved violet color for the stripes, which I think is really nice. And the plates are painted really nicely, and they're weathered really great, as well as the spikes. They look like just genuine slabs of bone coming out of the back of the animal, as well as the shoulder spikes. Now, what I really like about this model is the way shoulder spikes are sticking out, so they're really sturdy, very sturdy. They're not going to snap off very easily, but they stick out really nice. They don't have like any obvious attachments to keep them from snapping off. I don't know how they attach to these exactly, but they're really sturdy, really nice on the model. And you can see the really nice toned musculature going throughout the leg, and the wrinkles in the skin, and the scales are fantastic. And you can see the 4 toes there. I love the way the skin is hanging on underneath the animal. And over this side, because it's sort of twisted to the side in a defensive pose, you can see the skin is more wrinkled and baggy there, but on this side it's stretched across the ribs, and you can feel even in the model where they carved out the ribs where they're supposed to be, which is a really nice touch. You can see the skin stretching too between the limbs there, and I love that touch. That's a really nice touch you did there, Schleich. Here's the back leg here. Not too much going on with that one. It has 3 toes instead of 4, or actually 5 on the front, sorry about that. Now here's the tail, going up in a really nice curved position, really looking defensive in its pose. And you can see all of the spikes ending with these 2 prominent, these really large spikes sticking out, which is really nice. And the whole top has a stripe of the darker fuchsia color going all the way through the middle of the plates. And if we flip it around to the other side, you can see the nice curve going through the tail and the stretching skin going on the back behind the leg here. That's a really nice touch. And you can see this side the skin is more stretched because of its position. You can see the back leg there with 3 toes. The front leg here has 5 toes. The little one is hard to see if you can see it right there. You can see the other shoulder spine here. And this one actually, I prefer to display it from this side, because this one looks like it was sort of like they placed it in after they sculpted the body for the model, because you can see the skin sort of like makes sort of a cup for it to go in, and this side it looks more natural to me. So I don't know if that's just a mistake with the model I got or something, but I think it still looks fine. And then anyway, we go through the curved neck there, and we're back up to the beautiful head sculpt that we saw earlier. Alright, so just how big is this guy? Let's get out our trusty ruler. And, oops, don't move. I had you positioned perfectly. We're looking at about 5 inches long, and in terms of the height at the highest point, which is the tail spike, it is exactly 4 inches. For size comparison, I'd like to bring in the Schleich Kentrosaurus, which we have reviewed on this channel. Link is down below. And I think these two scale up really nicely to each other for display on your shelf. The Kentrosaurus is one of Schleich's most famous figures at the moment. It's a fan favorite, and the Kentrosaurus scales up really nicely to it. You can even put these two sort of in a confrontation pose. Look at that, that looks really good. That looks so good. Even though these two wouldn't have met up since they're from different time periods, it's still great for your shelf. Well, there you go, guys. That was today's look at the Schleich Kentrosaurus from their 2015 line. I think this is a fantastic figure, and it's definitely one of my favorites from Schleich. It's packed with detail, and I think the colors they're not too crazy. Like, I know some of Schleich's models tend to go pretty crazy with the colors, making them almost look like mythical monsters. But this one is more reserved in its colorations, and I really like that with this piece. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. More videos are on the way, and I'll see you soon.